fourth quarter drills. Still got a ways to go. Still got some young guys learning to push and fight through things. Very proud of a lot of the true freshmen. I think they all did a real nice job. DeAndre Johnson and Derwin, I thought, did a nice job today as far as guys have been sick, learning and throwing up the last couple of days. Guys we didn't expect out of that come out and went through the drills pretty good. I was happy with that. It's a good thing to learn. But we got some upperclassmen, some of those fourth and fifth year seniors doing a nice job. Those young guys got to continue to just make sure that every play matters, but that's where we thought we'd be. But I've been very pleased with the fourth quarter so far. Be anxious to see how we carry it into spring and continue to grow. Fun team to coach. Have some talent, got some youth, and be anxious to watch them grow. Those are fun to coach. Questions?
Outside of just conditioning, what are things that you're looking for?
The discipline part of it, the effort part of it, the intangibles, the pride you take, your mental and physical toughness to be able to push through things, be able to know when you're tired and then the guy's counting on you, can you still push? I mean, it's all the intangibles, the things that have nothing to do with talent. This has nothing to do with talent. We recruit talent. It's developing their attitude, their work ethic, their discipline, their mental and physical toughness, the pride they have in each other, those types of things are what we're looking for.
A lot of early enrollees are able to do this. What advantage does that have to get in to participate in this?
Well, I think it is, and just getting the speed of how the game is played. You go through it in the spring, and then you get through spring ball, and then having that summer, and when they come back, they'll be so experienced in that whole regard. So, but it does make a huge difference, I think, in the impact they have.
How long does it take those guys to usually get acclimated?
This group here really jumped on it very quickly. They were one of the quickest groups we've had. Dalvin, some of them guys did it last year too, but as an overall group, all 8 of them, they did it really quickly.
Since the end of last season to where you are now, 2 weeks before spring practice, what have you learned about this 2015 team? Or is it too early to?
No, it's still way too early. But they're very talented. There are a lot of guys, and you see them when they really do it right. It's special. Just got to do it more consistently and develop that. You know what I mean? And their whole attitude and work. They're still developing that, but just play with more consistency and where we're at. But that's kind of expected where I thought we would be.
Coach, what about transformation for some of the freshmen last year that are now sophomores? And how far they've gone?
They have. There have been some guys that have made some really good transitions, and I think this understanding, from Travis and Erman and those guys there. Just guys that jump out. Big Rod's really special. He's actually been here 10 years. It seems like. The way it works. He's a veteran already. For the first time, see those guys, the first time they ever went through this too. A lot of them. So from that standpoint, all those guys do jump out. Jacob Pugh, Featherston, Derek Noddy, he jumped out there and done a really nice job. So. It's a good group.
You had a couple guys a little banged up. Anything serious?
No,
Maven is.
No, Maven got a slight hammy. He pulled here a couple days. He was running really good. He got a slight hammy. A couple guys had an ankle or two that just swelling, and Dalvin's got a foot that's bothering him a little bit, but he's fine. He ran outside. There ain't no sense to irritate. Give him a week off. Phillips is the one guy had to have surgery on a groin, and somebody said about it. It's not a nerve. It had nothing to do with a nerve. He had a muscle just tore, balled up. They just released it and tied it back, and it'll be fine. In 2 months or so, it'll be fine. Probably missed some spring, but had nothing to do with nerves or anything like that. But somebody asked me that the other day. I said, no, it might get on your nerves every now and then. But he's a good kid, but it had nothing to do with that. So, but he'll be fine. Most all the guys on the side will all be in there. Just nicks and knacks, a hammy here or an slight ankle or something like that. But and then Mavity and those guys have all went through. I thought I had a pretty good fourth quarter. Really got his weight down, moving around good. Those guys made a good adjustment.
Jimbo, is Ryan Green moved?
Yes, yes. Looks really good. He was taking a test today. He had a test in a class of the test he was doing. But he's doing really. I've been pleased with his movement out here. Moving really good.
I remember
he's as explosive as athletic as anybody on this football team, bar none. Bar none.
Is he switching positions? Is he moving from running back to another position?
Yeah, going back to corner. Oh. Yeah, I thought, yeah.
You've noticed a while he's had the talent to be able to do that.
Yep, I want to do that, and I think he'll be special there. I really do. I think he's got a chance to be a really good player.
What is it about that you saw in him that he has
fast
the ability?
Twitch, the ball skills, the ability, his hips, his change of direction, his explosion, the ability to close play off. But then he's a very strong guy. When you get up and he can put his hands on you and jam you, he's also, and then he can jump out. He's a plus 40 vert guy. He's in that 40 vert range and can really get up. Playing the ball and good ball skills, I think he'll be excellent there. I really do.
Anybody else you're considering to maybe make a move this spring?
No, I don't think so. Nobody that's like that.
Jimbo, when you make those decisions, you go to guys like Cam and even Xavier Rhodes, they're proud guys, and Ryan Green probably thinks he's a really good running back.
He is.
So how does that conversation go? Is it convincing, or does he see the?
Well, no, it depends. All of them are different, but it's like a lot of guys can be. great at this, great at that. But I mean, you're really good at something, maybe great at something else. That don't mean you're bad here. But I think you have a chance to really get on the field quicker. I think you got a special guy, and I'm talking about. And you talk about longevity in the NFL, things like that. I mean, different things like that. You approach them with, and you see spread. And I wouldn't move them if I didn't see that they had an NFL potential to be great at one position than the other. I would never do it because that's unfair to them.
Plus, kids are smart, right? I mean, he saw Dalvin Cook play.
Exactly right. Yeah, he saw Dalvin and got that. No, and he would have played at running back. There's no doubt. But we have some young guys at corner. We need to play there. But and he knows he has a skill set. He was a very good one in high school.
Kane Dobbs still on the team, or
No, I think
transferring?
Kane, probably transferring.
Coach, what about some of the freshmen that mentioned last year? Do they seem eager to take that next step?
They are. I mean, they're learning. I mean, they're stepping up there, and like I say, the second half of this thing really jumping in it. And I think the second half of this, you like to see them a little bit because they're starting to condition themselves, get their bodies, to where they can function and use their abilities. You know what I'm saying? That's the big thing you got to do here. What we're trying to get out of, make sure you learn those things, but then you get in great condition so we can use the abilities you have.
Jalen Ramsey, ACC indoor champion in the long jump. I mean, just how explosive, how athletic.
Oh, he's very. If he hadn't drug his finger last year, he won it last year. No, but he's special. I mean, he is a very special athlete. He's a tremendous competitor. That's the thing about him. I mean, that I think goes even above and beyond the athletic ability. He's a great competitor, and we're lucky to have a special player.
Kermit's running too, isn't he?
Yeah, he did. He actually pulled up in the finals of the thing. He said he was in the lead. I don't know. Said he had a hammy. That's what he was doing. He'd been fine. He didn't pull it, but just real tight. So we're letting the rest and have a week off, so he'll be back.
You think that? I mean, he's been a track football guy all his life. Do you think that could help him stay with track or not? I mean, last year
I don't think it hurts him, but also it doesn't hurt you as long as you get your football in. Because listen, track is running fast one time. Football's running fast 70 times in a row, and being able to do it over and over and over. And there's a different mentality to that. And there's nothing, and that does help you when you run and learn to run and all the technique. But at the end of the day, you still got to get your toughness. They ain't got no pads on the track. Ain't nobody hitting you. You're still a toughness issue that you have to develop, and that's why a lot of those guys can do it like Kent. Jalen does a great job. I think Kermit can. I think Kermit's he's a heck of a player. Can really do it. So as long as they make sure they keep getting that work in too.
Jimbo, I think some of the combine stuff Jameis talked about still having a bad taste in his mouth about the last game. Do you sense that from some of your guys going into?
I think they do at times. I think some of these guys have watched it, but I mean they don't like that image of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I think anytime you're a competitor, you always do that. You know what I mean? You want to get that. You want to flush it, move it on, and go prove that that wasn't us. And it was, like I say, we just put the ball on the ground, didn't give up some plays, and all of a sudden the momentum of the game changed. And it was it's quick, but that happens. And but it definitely a lot of them don't like it. I know that. So you get a chance to do something about it.
You talk about putting the ball on the ground. Dalvin after the game stood up and took accountability for everything.
And that's the first. If you make a mistake. Now, I'm not saying that's a mistake, but accept it, correct it, don't repeat it. And that's what I think he did. I think it was very mature. I made a mistake. Now we're going to work on correcting it. Now I won't try not to do it again. And I think, he didn't do it on purpose, and we wouldn't have been in that game maybe without Dalvin. I mean, all the things he did, that's ball. I mean, there's going to be highs and lows in anybody's career. I don't care what you say. And, I watched something the other day on Dick Butkus, was the most regarded linebacker. If I had to turn film on a defensive player, that may be the one I loved watching it. But, was marred, was this, and at the end of the day, he had banged up knees, and him and House wouldn't even talk. You know what I'm saying? So he had highs and lows. Gil Sayers going down. I mean, Eric Dickerson getting traded and getting this, and Marcus Allen going through getting benched for 5 years and was a great player and come back and still was a great player. I mean, I think that's the thing about athletics that I think you got to push for the highs, but they're going to be. Anytime there's competition, you're out there. It's not, every day ain't gonna be perfect, and then the guys that can manage that and keep going in. And now the fans ain't gonna. I mean, they jump off a cliff. You know what I mean? But I know as coach, you don't accept it, but you understand that those things happen and how you manage them back. And I think it'll be critical. And I think Dalvin looks great. He's had a great offseason. He's bulked up, got strong. I think we have a great spring.
Have you noticed any kind of difference in Sean now that he's kind of the
I do. I do. I see a very good leader. He'd been running. He just had a hand that was real tight. He'd been actually having a great fourth quarter drills, they said I just see the presence, the command, the talking more guys. You know what I mean? You just it's my time, and he's trying to do that.
Have you seen the same thing from JJ and John as well, or?
Yeah, it does. I think I see it more from Sean right now because I think he's older and been accepted, but they have done a great job. They've been really good in the drills. I thought DeAndre Johnson looked good for all those guys.
What do you need to be looking for your quarterbacks to say, all right, he's
consistency. I mean, you got to find consistency. What do you do consistently? Then you can build off of that. Is it throw it? Is it not? Is it not turn? I mean, say, well, I don't want to turn. No, just be yourself. What do you do consistently? and be able to manage the game, get 11 guys in the huddle to believe in you, be able to process, move it down the field, make your throws, make your reads, but be able to let the 11 guys around you function and do their job is the first job you have. And if you have chances to make plays and become that guy, you do. And I think that you do that when you get confidence, the guys around you are confident, and you grow into it.
Is Sean a little further ahead than maybe in that aspect because
I think it helps
live
him.
Action and stuff like that?
He's been in live action, been in a big game, and knows the offense and been in the system.
You think is the plan to have a number one quarterback at the end of spring?
I don't have a plan. I have a plan when I see it. You know what I mean? Let them play, and if you see it, you see it. If you don't, we'll work and continue to move.
Jimbo, where the combine, I'm sure you saw Jameis throw a little bit. He threw real well, and some of the quote-unquote experts acted like they were surprised how well he threw and how intelligent he was. Obviously, you were not the least bit surprised at how well he performed.
Yeah. It shows they don't know what they're looking at on film. Just go watch the guy talk to the guy. I mean, again, like I say, it's the first time the guy's ever played football for a full year. I mean, think about all the fundamental things, how much better he's going to be and consistent he's going to be because he can work on things in an off season now. Hand placement, foot placement, and arm, and just the consistent release point. I mean, just all the things he's going to do. It does not shock me, guys. Nothing that guy does shocks me on that field. His intelligence level to be able to process information, learn, make guys better. But throwing a football, he's one of the few that's really, really blessed.
If you were the Bucs GM, you would not hesitate, right?
Nah, I don't know them. I don't know their team. But to coach that guy, sign me up.
Is that the message you're telling NFL teams when they talk to you, or are there some other things you're telling them?
No, I mean, I tell them whatever they ask. I'm just saying, here's what I tell them. Don't want to play against him. I measure guys that way a lot. Don't want to play against him.
You said that you kept saying that about KB too last year.
Exactly right. I mean, I don't want to play against him. KB can change the game. I mean, he can dominate that game. There's things he can do that you have no control over. Same thing with Jameis, the way he plays the game, whether it's mentally, physically. I was like, he came out and did fourth quarter drills with us. When he come back in town last week, he came out and did it. And I know he may have ran 4-9, but you talk about quick, athletic, and moving through drills, ridiculous. And come out with work ethic. But that guy, you talk about a competitor, and he's going to figure out a way to beat you. I mean, along with all the God-given talents.
How was that like having him around last week? Just
great. The guys looked at him, man. He was flying around like, hey, I'm just a normal guy. Got in the middle of the line, just took off. I mean, just great. Just reinforces what he is and who he is. This is home for him, I hope.
These drills are giving you a chance to see Coach Long on the field. How's that been for him?
Good, been really good. Coach brings so much experience and knowledge, and they have so much respect for him because they know what he's been able to do. You know what I'm saying, and what he's achieved. And it kind of got in. You meet him, he's such a humble, just terrific guy. And when you talk to him, you know in 3 seconds how knowledgeable he is.
What do you think about that gator blue hat he's got on today? What do you think about the hat he's got on today? Color.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Is we talk about this, you not want to play against these guys as a tool for you recruiting. Who are some guys that you think are gonna take that role and be really great for you come on this spring?
Oh, I don't know. That's the thing about this. I quit trying to rub my crystal ball.
Yeah.
I want to see let them do it. And I think when you start saying you want this guy to do it, and I think that, no, let them be them, let them develop. You'll push your guys, you'll talk to them privately, but let them emerge. Don't build that expectation, and all of a sudden, that's why we as fans, as coaches do it too. You walk in the game, you think it's going to be easy, you have an expectation. Well, as soon as it isn't, you panic, and that's where you coach bad. You know what I mean? Expect them all to be tough. Like, I don't know which one's going to be great. I'm not going to put expectations on a guy. What I want to do is let him be him, and if I do, I put these great expectations on a guy, and all of a sudden he doesn't quite be what. That doesn't mean he's a bad player, but then all of a sudden he's no good, he's awful, he's a bust. I mean, I don't operate. Just let them be who they're going to be, and we'll see what they got.